O Mother Nui, stretch high above this valley. Your starry body is our glory. Then see the hawk of yonder Rahur quit, his fiery splendor, oh so mighty. He brings a light for all our weary souls. He makes the broken spirit whole.
So imagine buying a brand new smartphone. You can change the wallpaper, maybe move your apps around, but
you are ultimately locked into whatever operating system the manufacturer gave you.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Traditional self-help is really just changing that wallpaper.
Yeah.
But what if you wanted root access? Like, what if you wanted to legally jailbreak your own brain?
Which is a pretty wild concept.
It really is. Welcome to our new deep dive into the Psychonaut Field Manual, specifically Chapter 1. It's this internet-born, comic book-style esoteric text that claims to teach exactly that.
Right.
And the very first step to getting that root access is, well, realizing your deepest beliefs aren't absolute truths at all.
Right, because the manual operates on a paradigm known as Chaos Magick. And in Chaos Magick, belief is just treated as an instrumental tool.
Like a wrench or a hammer.
Yeah, exactly. Think of it as a weaponized placebo effect used to induce very specific psychological states. I mean, traditional rituals demand you believe in a rigid cosmic order or literal archangels, right? But this manual takes a highly functional kind of satirical approach.
Well, it's heavily satirical.
Right, so it claims that screaming, Skeletor to my north works just as well as invoking a holy deity, as long as you can synthesize genuine belief in that exact moment.
But wait, hold on. If the manual is literally telling you not to believe in absolute truth, how does a rational adult temporarily force themselves to believe in, like, an 80s cartoon villain?
Well, that tension is exactly why the manual utilizes comic book aesthetics and all that internet slang. It's a strategic choice to disarm what psychoanalysts call the psychic censor.
Psychic censor, so that's like...
It's the defensive firewall in your brain. It usually blocks radical or reality-altering concepts. By making the instructions funny and irreverent, it just slips right past those defenses.
Oh, okay. So once you sneak past that firewall, you need massive processing power to actually rewrite your mental code. And the text calls this state gnosis.
Yes.
And we should clarify, this is not sitting on a cushion finding inner peace.
Oh, far from it. No, gnosis here is the aggressive, forceful shutdown of all auxiliary thought. You silence the inner monologue, sensory processing, even physical discomfort, all just to free up 100% of your brain's processing bandwidth. You're effectively overclocking the prefrontal cortex.
Which is the exact hardware in your brain that handles executive function and logic. It's so fascinating. It's like deliberately maxing out a computer's RAM. You just close every background app so the CPU can focus on rendering one massive file.
Exactly. And the manual forces you to achieve this through this incredibly grueling geometric visualization matrix.
Yeah, the shapes.
Right. So you start by forcing your brain to render a static, bright blue circle with your eyes closed for like 5 minutes. Then over time, you layer a square, a triangle, and another circle, sustaining that entire image for 20 minutes.
Which sounds exhausting.
It is. And the final step is doing all of this with your eyes open. You are forcing top-down internal imagination to completely override bottom-up optical input.
It is the deliberate induction of a controlled hallucination.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, so I've overclocked my brain, and I'm staring at a glowing geometric hallucination in my living room. What is all this processing power actually for?
Well, it allows you to code new psychological apps. The text calls them servitors.
Servitors, right.
Yeah, they're autonomous thought forms. You program them using abstract sigils and tarot cards because your conscious mind doesn't inherently understand those symbols.
So they act as raw code.
Exactly. Raw code that bypasses your daily logic and implants directly into the subconscious.
But hold on, I have to push back here. Are we really suggesting it's safe to play God with our own neurobiology? Because creating autonomous programs in your brain sounds like a massive system risk. We are talking about actively courting genuine psychosis.
Oh, for sure. And the text actually treats the mind as a biochemical machine and openly acknowledges those catastrophic risks. It gives this really stark warning about servitors. You must delete them.
Right, in all caps, delete.
Yeah. Once a servitor completes its assigned psychological task, you have to delete it by completely starving it of attention. Failing to do so can lead to a permanent fracturing of the ego.
Or, as the manual puts it, bricking yourself.
Bricking yourself, yeah. And it even has a highly materialist cure if you start experiencing, lingering visual glitches. It literally advises drinking alcohol to simply depress the central nervous system and force the hallucination to shut down.
Which is just wild.
Yeah.
But it really forces you to look at your own deeply held convictions, Like, are the things you believe objective facts about the universe, or are they just outdated software installed by your parents and your environment?
Well, the manual actually maps the mind into 3 parts: the subconscious hardware, the superconscious higher order network, and the ego. And it claims your ego is just software created by the other 2 in early childhood simply to help you survive.
Just an app. So if your ego is just an app installed a long time ago, it really makes you wonder, who exactly is the you listening to this right now? Were you the programmer? Or you're just the program trying to read its own code?